Now, how to make a Minecraft server. Link in the description to Bukkit.org. Right there. So you go to get Craft Bukkit right there. Yep, get now. Okay, get Craft Bukkit. Craft Bukkit, Craft Bukkit, Craft Bukkit. Setting up server. We will need to get this for Windows. This one for Linux. And this one for Mac. So I'm gonna be doing this for Windows because obviously. So right here, you want to copy this. But before you do that, you're gonna want to go to. You want to copy that and just keep it copied. And you will want to. This should come up for yours if there's any later versions. Then you will obviously get the later version. So continue reading. And don't mind ads, because ads are ads. So I'll just go down, and you can see download. You can click that. And it should be loading. I already have one, so I'm not gonna get that. Now you can just minimize that. And you're gonna want to make a server folder, like so. Call it whatever you want. I'm just gonna call mine server. And now the jar file that you saved, you will put in here. I should have actually downloaded it. No, probably not. So here, I'll just grab mine from the other one. You gotta rename it to just Craft Bukkit. Which I'll show you here. You gotta name it exactly that. And now you're gonna want to go to Notepad. Click that and paste what you copied. Which okay, the internet closed. But you paste that there, which I will get now. Just a second. Alright. So now you just paste what it was in there. Make sure you have the Windows one for Windows, Linux for Linux, and Mac for Mac. So now you're going to want to go to File, and you save as. And you're going to want to go to the folder that you did. Okay, server right here. And you're going to want to call it run.bat. You can also do start.bat, that works too. I just do run.bat because it's easier. And click save. You can exit that now. You can go to server and you will see this, and you double click that and it will open. I might as well do it just to go through the whole thing. Now this is probably going to take a couple, well, not a couple seconds. So I'll be right back with that stuff. Okay, now you guys can see that it is loading. This one's probably going to take a while, considering this is my old jar from my other server, and it's going to take a while, and it's probably going to add all that stuff. So when that's done, you would press stop and look, it's loading all the stuff. And basically it gets plugins, logs, server, ops, and obviously as you can see, server here. And for this you will put in your IPv4 address, which you can get from your command prompt, which I'm sure you all know how to do. And then for the port, it's keep it at 25565. And port forwarding, I'll leave that to you to figure out yourself, because it's quite the adventure. So I'm gonna go through some of these settings. Permissions, I wouldn't change that. Allow nether. If you're doing just a minigame server, I would set that to false. And then I would, if you're putting in a world that you already have, you would change this to that world name, and you put the world in there, and you could delete the other world. And yeah, but I'm just gonna keep that the same. Allow flight, you want to keep that false. If you don't want, obviously. This you will probably want to turn off because it gets quite annoying. Server port, don't change that. Level type default. Level seed, you only do that if you want to seed or keep it empty if you want a random seed. Force game mode, I would keep that on false. I already showed you the server IP. Max height, I just put mine on 500 because that's what I do. I keep NPCs on. And whitelist, your choice, you can do whatever you want. Same. You guys should know what hardcore is. I would keep that on too, so they can help the server. And this, you always keep that to true. Always. Resource pack, you put in a resource pack in the thing and put in the name. And for difficulty, 0 is peaceful, 1 is easy, 2 is medium, 3 is hard. So I'm going to keep mine on peaceful. And then for command blocks, your choice, game mode, if it's a survival or whatever server, player idle timeout. So this is in minutes. So I usually do 30 minutes. Max players, 25, might as well. 25 is what I would recommend for not so great PC. And then this, you can do whatever you want. I might have color codes in the description. A random MC server. Not actually going to run the server, so there's really no point. So I exit that, don't save because I don't need to. And then ops, right off the bat, you're going to want to put in your username. And that's my username right there. Just give me a second to fix it. So yeah, okay, give me 2 seconds. There we go. So you would save that, but I'm not going to again because I don't need to. The only thing I would recommend changing in this folder, this is WordPad, this thing. Okay. So this message would be the only thing you would probably want to change in this. I wouldn't do anything else. So you would just change that to like whatever you want for when the server's closed. And yeah, I'm obviously not going to say that when I don't even need to. So in here, you don't really need to do that. You just sort of do whatever. Do. Sorry if my keyboard's really loud, because it is. And you just ban people there, but you can do it from the console, so yeah. Don't save, and okay, so then these are the worlds, and there might be a plugin video later, but this is the worlds. If you don't allow nether or anything, don't delete the worlds because it'll just remake them and make it longer for the next time you put on the server. So I think that's about it. Logs, that's just like what's happened. So you could just like, you have all the logs, so you can like, let's say you turn on the server and, well, you go on the server and there's just a bunch of griefed stuff. I would just check the log and you can be able to find out who used what commands and everything. So yeah, that's how you make a server, a Bukkit server, and so yeah, well, so I can say that, and yeah.